Ad Astra.
Paimon doesn't see anything here. Well, let's go somewhere else. Just where is that thing? Oh, this is taking longer than Paimon thought. Nothing in the water either. Oh, we've looked everywhere. Dad, why don't we check out the rag and bone shop? Well, either way, let's go check it out first. Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, now just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner dressed all in white. Oh, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
No,
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes. I hope you find it in your magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy.
there's...
Why, your heroic actions at Aeneas have long made their way to the fortress of Meripede. We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know. And you're one of His Grace's favorite peoples. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And though I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then, as fate would have it, I mean, we've all got agendas, but...
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to us.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends. Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for? No problem. Hey, feel free to check out anything you want.
Wait, but that's...
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Life's been pretty good recently, so...
All right, Paimon will take a look.
Are you sure you don't want more?
It's all right, two will do. It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free. But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can... Thank you so much.
No problem, and...
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews. We've been gone a while. Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air.
Please, come again.
You can come out now.
You did?
Wait, so you're not actually Bob?
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. Wait, this isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new one.
Ah, I see. Thank you so much.
Does it have some kind of sentimental value?
What? Sorry, I can't explain at the moment.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here.
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Risley. It's been a while.
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. I'll say I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Then I'll be off.
What a strange guy. Oh, and has he done something wrong?
Oh, not at all. And as for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert.
Huh? Shy?
Prisoners are still people, after all. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. What kind of a person a prisoner may be, and
Huh. You've got a point.
although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones, the Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the Coupon Cafeteria? And if you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria.
All right then, please follow.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals today.
I'll pass on the food then.
Then Paimon will also pass.
What a pity.
Then, I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks.
Yes, please?
It's not for everyone.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear.
2 bottles coming right up.
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know.
Whoa. That'd be quite the long story.
Impressive. Not all who possess the courage to risk their life for their ideals also have the strength to make it out unscathed. Had you not possessed these remarkable qualities, I probably wouldn't have had the chance to make your acquaintance in the first place.
Paimon gets the sense that you're trying to flatter us. That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration? So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself. I was convicted and sent here at an early age. Power and control come in many forms. Some fair and ethical, others less so. So, what do you think?
Kind?
I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo. They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if you make any progress.
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband.
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats. Now, what do we have here? It's...
Whoa. This is certainly a box of curiosities. Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean...
Yep.
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you... Paimon will be your vault keeper!
Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box.
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No take-backs. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants... this one. Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon... There's something weird about this gem. Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just drawing them out of Paimon's brain.
Is that so? Let me give it a try. Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks. Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun. Fair enough.
Are you okay, Traveler?
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its properties.
Then... actually, never mind.
You do have a point. Seems like we're almost done with our drinks, too. Let's go check out the Society's gathering place, then. I can introduce you, and we can also continue our conversation while we're at it.
Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Just noticed?
Ad Astra. Thank you for.
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. Are these your...
Let me introduce you to them. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
You flatter me, Your Grace. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time, but that's when the thought came to me. Thus, it was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
Oh, so you were also involved with this, Risley?
My part in this was minimal. Well, I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now, but the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goal. Our operations are entirely funded by members donating goods and credit coupons.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mirapede? Oh, right, and what's...
There's nothing deep about it. If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, then the hats would become a point of pride for them as well. And when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life.
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please, wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around, too.
Oh, right. What happened to your slow day, Risley?
Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. We've also already gone over the organization's vision.
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all? Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model prisoners, right?
Welcome to our gathering place.
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it, but allow me to fill you in some more. Besides this space, which our members use to rest and relax, we also have an entertainment room, a fitness room, and a self-study room. These rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use their free time to the fullest.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Unfortunately, we don't. We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research into recipes and cooking.
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it'd be easier to live your life if you had all this support.
Yep, and that's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the society. We all think we made the correct choice to join him.
Hey, you there, newbie!
Hello?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now. Ha! That's how I pump myself up every day. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs and return to the day with all the optimism in the world. Why don't you also give it a try? Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
The Society is planning to host another event soon.
Ah, the one you mentioned to me before.
Hey, what are you doing over here?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not? We've got some classics, as well as a few books that the members published themselves. Yeah, most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of us would have ever had the time to learn any of those skills.
Ah, it's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental space to think about taking on new things. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down, you never know what you may be good at until you give it a try. And while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it.
So this is something like a safe space.
Yeah, that's exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at fighting, or have the physical strength to do hard labor, and that's it.
Don't worry, we will. Alright, we've talked to everybody. That would explain why Wriothesley only had good things to say about this place. Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap up their conversation.
Of course, Your Grace.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the Society as a whole.
Wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the event. It's all right with me, though.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Don't think anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
So it seems that you were able to get a sense of our vision and value.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities and psychological needs. Our needs are like violent beasts, but if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace, and I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, Work.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
What? You...
Oh, I almost never need them.
Hey, isn't that the guy who lost his hat? What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Are you feeling all right?
No, I'm fine. Thank you for helping me get my hat back. I'm sorry.
He's still as weird as before.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
We'll leave him to you then. Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use everything in their power to win. And when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times. Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
Yes, right away.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day.
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day.
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said. There's only one potential problem. If the society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Dissonant?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too. As expected, you also picked up on it. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now confrontation may no longer be avoidable. Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? If my hypothesis is correct, and with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members. I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I've even begun to miss it. I'll explain everything to you later. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place.
Then...
Good question. What should I do?
Wait! So you're really just gonna make us work while you slack off? It's just as Risley said. You said you felt there was something off about this place, right? Paimon will do her best to help.
Wait, you got...
We're really sorry. We just realized that we lost something.
Oh, okay.
Nobody? It's okay. We'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it.
I'll go...
No need. We can look around. Hey, hello?
Hello? How can I? The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members.
You don't know.
Sorry, that...
Hey, big guy.
What do you...
Isn't this how you greeted us earlier?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I ate something earlier, so I'm falling in... You're looking for something?
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and...
We weren't thinking about that to begin with.
Sorry.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
Oh, you're back. How were things at their headquarters?
It was as if they had all turned into completely different people.
that would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Right. He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering place.
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh! It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental state. Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody? Aren't you the Duke?
In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. Everything I do is on display, and I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
That sounds a bit deep.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice and order. And that's why, even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
Alright, so you're saying, dude, and even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a show.
Indeed. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit. The line has been set.
Fish?
Let's give them some time. You can find me in my office when the time comes.
Hey, don't just leave before you've explained everything to Paimon! It's finally evening. Wriothesley's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the point.
Patience, Paimon. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point.
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them. Yes, something like that. So it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense.
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once. Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be... So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the result.
Ah, so you did that on purpose?
Yes, that's right. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble. Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help.
You used us as a part of your plan too?
My apologies. But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is to know. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support and help me figure out the true secret behind the society. Would you be willing to lend me your support?
But Paimon's still...
You have my thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. I've examined one before. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Please,
I apologize for my lack of composure. Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you.
slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top.
I'm sorry, Your Grace.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately. But many members are hot on his heel. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me, and now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, rather than listening to me explain what it is. Every secret may be...
Here you are. Please excuse us, Your Grace. She rambles often, has hallucinations.
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies.
Like we'd believe you.
Please, there's no need to be upset.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses.
I'm sorry, Your Grace.
This is what you're afraid of, correct?
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say.
It's all right, Elise. No matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you.
Your Grace!
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say.
But
In that case, Avis and I will be off.
Miss Avis, please show me your head. That is... There's nothing that...
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word.
Your words bore me.
Everything that I do for the fortress of Meripede. All right, Avis, let's head back.
just what's up with that guy? We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. Oh, he must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. The entire society are his hostages, and that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me. The true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either.
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret. The hats are But if there's no... From the way Dugier acted, I need to think about this a bit more. I need to think...
I have an idea, but...
Huh? What is it?
You mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. Let me take a look. I managed to remove this from the hair clip. Let's see.
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem. And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity. With that in mind, this liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
Dugier would be able to censure others. The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life. Agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wound?
That might not even be all. We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if we decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh, Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a...
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas, too.
Hey, come here! Have a look at this! This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. The colors of the covers are completely different, though. Yeah!
Look at what I found. This is a surveillance port. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members. Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instruction, and if any action you take may be deemed a mistake. And perhaps it's better to do less. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any Society members in the other area. The lime scale, the layers of dust. They were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and...
Oh.
They're gone?
Indeed. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performer.
But then...
Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. He must be in Dugier's pocket. I'm of the same mind.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. Let's keep heading down. We should be on the right track. Let's go. We can...
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some Society members too!
After them!
It's rising! Run! Ugh, those blasted guards!
Did Dugier send you?
Come on! It's...
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
Mr. Dugier, we were just about to dispose...
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way.
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. There are usually guards on patrol here. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze!
No escape!
Go!
Come a little closer.
Dodge this! Yeah! Let's begin. Have a safe trip!
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dougie!
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received. It seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. Members are not permitted to speak to each other. 5 members shall form a group. Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water. I see.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, to avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dougier's slave. Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She's usually all for tasty snacks.
Ugh.
No, your decision was valid. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime. If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place. Rather than confront Dougier, I think it's... You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Forget it, pirates! Whoa! It's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? Look, the other side's open! Let's go.
A moment. This moment will be frozen in time.
No one escapes my sight! Get him!
Let's spark them.
Water jet! Wipe out! Away now. Stay cool. Face your guilt. A moment, please. Freeze! Oh, so sorry. Away now. Dodge this! Bombs away! A moment, please.
It's so high! We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Ooh! The water level's gone way up! So that's how we'll make it to the top.
No one escapes my sight!
Have a safe trip!
These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Hey, it's all right now.
No. So close to me.
No,
We won't be able to get through to her right now. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her.
doors open. Huh. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you.
Understood.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. Let's go back. That mechanism from the first room. Don't forget to bring these.
The guards from the Fortress of Meripede have already taken control of this area.
I must confess to being furious. Remember their names. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on, Avis. Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that...
Ah, Risley. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already?
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. Look at your people.
You. Have you forgotten what's so wrong about punishing those who deserve? And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. They may have made mistakes, but they are... And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeed. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that... And you say that's what they've always deserved?
He's really mad.
You think me arrogant, Risley. Well, I think you're too young and naive. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. Away now.
Freeze!
Go, Barret!
Not bad.
frostbite. Dodge this!
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Yeah! Water jet! Stay cool. Face your guilt.
No escape!
Come a little closer.
Let's begin.
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood? Sorry for taking so long.
No, not at all.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but I have to take responsibility for it. Yeah.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? For now, I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. I'm going to talk to the members of the society.
Paimon didn't—
Why, do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your— How about this?
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't—
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals.
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too!
Jokes aside, I've got some good news, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well.
You sure got everything taken care of, Wriothesley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory. Please, go ahead. That's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater mean. They were perfect parents.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring. Yes, they did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. But I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. My methods were extreme, yes, but I was still a teenager at the time. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved. It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's a vis and facade!
It was all because you arrived in time.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead.
It's...
You're getting married?
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. And after this incident...
But we're still both prisoners, so we are just wondering.
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before, but that's no reason to say no, is it?
We can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here, and we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit!
Yeah, I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.